Hi, we're here today with Style Every Day with Suze again, and we are here with Amanda. Thank you, Amanda, for letting us come here and talk to you today.
Thank you.
First of all, Amanda, share with our audience, tell me a little bit about you, Amanda.
Okay, so I'm a visual artist. I do a lot of fiber art, and I'm also interested in the intersection of the arts and peace building work, so building stronger communities and using different arts-based processes and projects to bring people together.
Now, you have this big project going on in the city. It's called Knit the Bridge. Tell us, first of all, what your concept was behind this whole project. You know, what was your creative, what was your vision, and why did you start it?
So Knit the Bridge is a project of the Fiber Arts Guild of Pittsburgh, and we did an application to pop up Pittsburgh for a space downtown in 2011. And we were yarn bombing the space outside of the venue that we wanted to use. And it was just, the yarn bomb went really well. People were super enthusiastic about it. And they also, you know, people passing by on the street asked us about it. And it was really a great way to engage them. So I thought, what's more Pittsburgh than bridges? And, you know, so we're doing a more ambitious yarn bomb. And there's bringing over, I think right now we have 1,400 folks that are participating in different ways.
So you are bringing together communities and neighborhoods and people in Pittsburgh. Tell me a little bit about the process that you're going through here.
We'll be covering the Andy Warhol Bridge, and there are these pedestrian walkways that run alongside it, and so the community-made panels will go both outside and inside of those the pedestrian walkway, and then there's also a railing which is pretty high up that kind of borders the panels, and we're looking for folks to also knit and crochet black covers for those rails so it has a nice border and sets apart each person's individual piece panel. And then we're also going to be covering the tower faces with the stuff that's made on the machines, the knitting machines.
And when you first were telling me this, I thought, well, that's really odd, you know, what about rain and the outdoor atmosphere?
Mm-hmm.
How is that not going to affect your yarn?
Yeah, so all the yarn is acrylic, both on the bottom and the top, and acrylic doesn't absorb water like cotton, and it doesn't, you know, attract pests or felt like wool, so it should be able to withstand some rain and wind. Everything's been load tested on the towers to make sure that the weight or the wind won't affect the bridge.
So that's a really cool aspect of it, because I think people will think like, yarn? You're going to put yarn on a bridge? How's that exactly going to work?
We've learned a lot about bridges.
I'm sure you have. So Amanda, explain to us a little bit. You have a really cool concept about how you mapped out, you know, this Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and the neighborhoods and everything, and you have a representation, you have like a piece of yarn for who's representing each neighborhood. So explain to me about how you derived all that, you know, with the percentages and so forth.
Yeah, so the goal is to have a full representation of all the many communities of Pittsburgh, Allegheny County, and Southwestern Pennsylvania. So we've been keeping track of how many different Pittsburgh neighborhoods we have represented, and then how many different townships and boroughs from Allegheny County that we have. And also our goal was to get all of the Southwestern Pennsylvania counties, which we met that goal.
You also explained to me at the end of this project, which after we, you know, install on the bridge and then you take them down, you are going to be donating large pieces of them, like that they would come out, they'll look like blankets in the end. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a community-made project, and the goal is that then those panels, after it's up and there's this beautiful work of art, that they'll go back into the communities which made them. So each panel is about the size of a blanket, single bed size, and they will be laundered after they come down and then distributed to shelters and nursing homes and other community centers around the area.
How would you describe your style for me?
Well, I'm probably inspired by the panels, so I'm tending to go towards lots of color. So I would say bright.
And let's leave with my little catchphrase, Amanda, because I always talk about, you know, there is a bridge of style out there in Pittsburgh, so this is going to be one stylish bridge. So we'll leave our viewers with a little bit of style isn't such a bad thing after all. Bye-bye.